everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Collaborators in Real Life Actual Festival. Woo! So back in April, when we were all locked up in our homes, a group of artists collaborated remotely and made a series of short films. The project grew into a 40-strong collective of artists, and our work was featured in The Guardian, Radio Times, and really weirdly, French television. Now, as lockdowns eased, we've moved into a second round. I partnered with the brilliant Olivia Monk, who's been checking your temperatures and things at the door. And she runs part of the main theatre company. With the theatre industry struggling and freelance artists struggling, we wanted the second round to be about providing people work, providing opportunity to collaborate, and also skill sharing and masterclasses. So we had a lot of support from some brilliant companies. We'd like to thank Bold and Saucy and Soho Theatre, who provided us with rehearsal space. Lots of freelancers who provided masterclasses. So this is a long list, sorry. Leon Lopez, Neil McPherson, Tassos Stevens, Dave Evans, Danielle Scott, Steve Harper, Kelsey Richards, Jake Orr, Isla Butt, Jessica Dromgoole, Elwyn Rowlands and Sam Costin, who all gave their time for free to share skills with some of our collaborators. And also special thanks to Waltham Forest, who funded this event, and St John's Leytonstone, who are letting us be here next to all the gravestones. Boring housekeeping, please remain seated 100 metres, 1 metre away from people who aren't in your bubble. We just want to remain as safe as possible. You're welcome to consume your own food and drink. Please throw away your rubbish when you're finished. Toilets are through this door in a kind of one-way system. We're also showing films by the virtual collaborators in there. So in the breaks and after the kind of live acts, you'll be able to go in and watch the pieces. You'll see around QR codes, which are some of our audio and sensory work that some of the collaborators made. They're also at the door, so if you get a moment, scan them on your phone, have a listen. We've also got Park Life over here, which is an interactive game. Again, in the breaks, please get involved. I think that's all the admin. Yeah. So without further ado, I'm just going to introduce our first piece, which is Here, a short play exploring communication, written by Nell Hardy, starring Nell Hardy, Aniki Mariano, Caleb Roberts, and Lucy Bentham, who is their stage manager. So thanks, we'll just give them a big round of applause for the guys opening the show.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't say anything.
No.
So why did you say yes?
I don't know.
You shouldn't tell lies.
I wasn't lying. I was just saying yes.
This is important. We can't be heard.
No.
So you only answer when you hear me.
Nobody's here!
It doesn't matter!
No!
What?
I couldn't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
Oh. You can't touch me.
I know.
You can't come near me.
I know.
It isn't allowed.
Look at me.
No.
Look at me.
No.
I want you to look at me.
You can't make me.
I'll come near you.
You can't come near me.
How would you know if you don't look at me?
It isn't allowed.
It doesn't matter.
You can't touch me.
How would you not?
How old am I?
It doesn't matter.
Then why won't you tell me?
You don't ask questions like that. It isn't allowed.
Do I want you to touch me?
It isn't allowed.
You're not looking at me.
No.
Why aren't you looking at me?
I don't want to look at you.
You do.
It isn't allowed.
How will you know if I'm looking at you if you're not looking at me?
No.
I didn't say anything.
Yes.
Can I ask you one thing?
What?
Just one thing.
What?
Yes or no?
What?
Just one thing.
No. Yes.
Just one thing.
Yes.
What would you do to me if you could touch me?
No.
I didn't say anything.
That's not fair.
Just one thing.
I would stand behind you first. Just close enough to feel your heat. I would try hard not to breathe, hard enough for you to feel it, knowing that you would feel it anyway. I would take your cardigan off one shoulder and put my teeth on your skin and suck until just before it hurt. I would put both my hands on the back of your neck. I would stick my fingers in your ears, and in the other I would tell you you were special. I would stick my fingers in your other ear, and in the other I would tell you you were not. I would close both of your eyes, then press my lips against your eyelid, then the other. Then I would press my forehead against yours and open your eyes, and we would look at each other. I would pull your head back and slide my hands down the backs of your arms and put your hands on my elbows and put my hands on your elbows, and we would look at each other.
No.
No.
I can't hear you.
And now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
You shouldn't be here.
No.
I didn't say anything.
Yes.
You shouldn't be here.
Neither should you.
It isn't allowed.
It doesn't matter.
How did you find me?
I followed my nose.
How long have you been here?
I was here before you.
You followed your nose.
I was here before you.
How did I not see you?
It doesn't matter.
When I arrived?
It doesn't matter.
How could I not see you?
You don't ask questions like that.
I would have seen you.
You wouldn't have seen
I
me.
would have seen you.
You've no imagination.
Then how can I hear you?
You can't hear me. Not yet.
Not yet. Later. Later doesn't exist. What do you want?
I want you to hit me.
I can't touch you.
Doesn't matter.
You can't come near me.
It doesn't matter.
It isn't allowed.
Not yet.
Later.
I want you to pull out a clump of my hair and keep it. I want you to wipe your sweat with my chin. I want you to stand on my toes and dance on my feet for everyone to see. I want you to blind me in both eyes and leave me with 2 black holes that everyone can see. I want you to scratch your name into my forehead and parade me around on my broken feet for everyone everywhere to see.
It isn't.
It doesn't matter.
Later doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Not yet.
No.
No.
I can't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
Yes.
And now?
No.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
No. No.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yes. What are you doing here?
I'm looking at you.
You can stop looking at me now.
You shouldn't be here.
I want you to stop looking at me now.
I want to be here.
No.
And now?
No.
I know you, don't I?
Not now. Later.
Later doesn't exist.
Not yet.
I want to look at you.
Not yet.
You're beautiful.
You shouldn't tell lies.
I'm not telling lies, I'm just saying.
You've too much imagination.
I want to hold you.
You can't touch me.
I want to know what you smell like.
You can't come near me.
I want you to kick me inside, where no one can see. I want you to scratch my walls and bite me with teeth that aren't there yet. I want you to open me and drain my veins dry and complain that there's nothing left. I want you to make me cry with tears that aren't there yet while nobody can see.
Please!
You said you couldn't hear me.
I saw your lips moving.
You said you weren't looking at me.
It doesn't matter.
You shouldn't tell lies.
I wasn't telling lies, I was just...
Am I beautiful?
You said just one
Was
thing.
I beautiful then?
Just one
Will I
thing.
ever be beautiful?
Please.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
And now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I am beautiful.
You don't ask questions like that.
Why not?
It doesn't matter.
It's allowed.
It's not allowed.
You shouldn't tell lies.
I wasn't telling lies. I was just...
Why not?
It doesn't matter.
Then why won't you tell
Not
me?
now. Later.
I'm not wearing a cardigan.
Later doesn't exist.
What?
I'm not wearing a cardigan.
You said you couldn't hear.
So did you.
You said just
She's
one...
beautiful, isn't she?
Just one
isn't
thing.
Isn't she?
It doesn't matter.
I am beautiful. Aren't I?
You can't make me.
No,
I don't want to look at you.
I can't make you. Well,
Yes.
I am beautiful.
Yes.
And now,
Yes.
can you hear me now?
Please.
Can you hear me?
It doesn't matter.
Can you hear me?
It doesn't matter.
Can you hear
It
me?
doesn't matter.
Can you hear
It
me?
doesn't matter anymore.
Was he beautiful?
I think so.
And now?
It doesn't matter.
Do you love me?
You shouldn't tell lies.
You shouldn't tell lies.
No,
Do you love me?
I hope so.
Later?
Later doesn't exist.
Not yet.
Do you love me? And now? And now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
And now? Later? Can you hear me now? There's so much left! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Our next piece is written by our very own brilliant Olivia Monk. A piece about finding God, even when you're a woman, and it's in very apt surroundings, as you can see. So let's give it up for the company of Brick, starring Charlotte Blanford and Hannah Rosen, and directed by Jessica Bickle Barlow.
I've come to inquire about the position.
At the convent with the sisters?
Oh, no. I've got the...
You're here about the vacancy in the anchor hold.
I want to be the new anchorite.
Anchoress.
Sure. Fine.
I've just realised, how is it that you learnt to read?
And write. At the Abbey.
And why haven't you pursued nunhood?
I'm not into the whole marrying Jesus part. Seems a bit one-sided.
I am going to ask you a series of questions concerning your suitability for this undertaking. It is serious and irreversible.
Thank God.
Age?
My best guess is 3 and 30.
Elderly. Children?
Not with this figure.
Virgin?
As much as Mary.
Money?
Sorry, love, haven't got the change.
Madam, do you fully understand what you ask
Yes,
me?
it says right
To
there.
be an anchorite is to be dead to the world, to never see the light of day again. In the eyes of the church, friends, family, the village, and God, we perform the final funeral rites. You will live, worship, and die in the cells and the vaults of the church. If you have children, you will never see them again. If you are not a virgin and you do not confess your sins during this time, no one will come to absolve you when your spirit leaves your earthly body. If you have no money, you'll have no food, no clothes, no servants to remove your waste.
Well,
It is death with preparation, death with a plan. It would be unconscionable of me to accept your request without ensuring that you are fully prepared for this life, this half-life. And your responses indicate that you are not prepared, not financially, emotionally, or frankly in terms of maturity. Good day. I said, good day.
I haven't got children or a husband. I don't even have a family, thanks to the
My
death.
condolences, madam, but your loss mirrors much of this besieged village.
I nearly died too. I was saved by God, and now he won't leave me alone. I'm more plagued in life than I am in death. He speaks to me, I suppose. Gets louder in a sense when I'm with others. Everyone is so needy, so without direction, and he tries to help me help them, but it's never quite right.
A bloody pardon! Madam, you really can't expect me to believe that our Lord will speak to a woman. Women don't get signs, madam.
Sake. Fancy a top-up?
How did you?
Not me! I swear, I told you, it's never quite right. I know he wants to use me as a vessel to help others, but what he doesn't seem to understand is as a spinster in a feudal society, being the one who's always privy to a stampede of cows when a beggar asks for food, or a one-person shower when a farmer's crops needs rain, is apt for getting me killed for being a witch, not saved as he supposedly intended. And mind you, never once has he sent me anything useful. Never once have I got an umbrella or a sensible pair of shoes in my pocket, but for everyone else, contending with their wants, needs, desires, I can't take it anymore. What about me? What about what I want? Don't I deserve to attend to my wants and desires? Please, help me help myself, for once.
An anchoress with signs, true or not, could be good for tourism. You will need to find a way to secure consistent funding for the remainder of your life, a patron, for example.
I can do that.
And then you will need to undergo a period of trial separation to ensure that your body and mind are strong enough to endure the isolation.
Holidays.
Should you pass this test, you will undergo a day of fasting, prostration upon the altar, and then recite the Memento Mori in front of myself and the entire congregation.
You mean I will lead my own funeral?
Exactly.
Brill!
Finally, we will bury you alive in the deepest point of the church's foundations. Your cell will have no door. You'll be bricked into this space with 3 windows.
Oh, 3? No, 1's enough. Thanks.
3 or none. Would you like to live your own windowless toilet?
Continue.
The first window will allow you to hear church services and receive the communion. The second will ensure the exchange of food and waste with the servant. And finally, a third will allow members of church to seek your wisdom, seeking prayers and advice.
About that last one, that's exactly what I'm running from.
Well, you've received a free rent for life. You've got to give something back to the tithing citizens. Oh, and beyond death even, that reminds me. Remove dirt anchorite from cell. Regardless, religion is not a la carte, prefix or staff.
I don't like French foods.
So, what will it be?
The first course, the trial run.
Very well. You may attempt 1 week in Anchorage conditions and then choose how to proceed at the end of the 7 days.
When can I start?
Tonight in the village prison.
A jail cell.
Technically a dungeon. We can't exactly let you into the Anchorage.
The anchorage is built around one anchor and one anchor alone, with no means of entry or exit. It is not a simple matter of removing the previous anchor to let the next one in. A mason must be called, a tomb struck open. It's an expensive and timely endeavour. We just have to be certain that you are worthy of our resources. The jail is simply the next best thing.
And you build property. Now I can live with that. And I will show you I deserve it.
Very well, I will see you at 5 o'clock this evening to take your confession. In the event of any unexpected events.
I'll be there.
Until then.
There you are. I will return in 1 week.
That all, mate? No advice? Well wishes?
An anchorite, S, should be more fulfilled in life in the cell than they do walking free. The barren walls, the cramped corridors, the lack of choice is their freedom. It is freedom to think, read, study, away from the material responsibilities and crises that burden the modern man. The world of the anchoress is limited only by the imagination. The plague shall not touch them, nor shall war, famine, or religious strife. The only cares of the anchoress are those of mind and of body. It is a gift, and I hope you shall see it as such.
Is this what you want? Is this how I help? Is this where I'm supposed to be?
Julian? Julian? Hello? Julian, it's me. It's God.
What? It's not your typical method of annoying me.
Just have a look through a crack in the wall and you will see. It's paradise.
Oh, for Christ's sake, it's Marjorie Kemp! Marge, why you like?
Wait, was that God? Have I just missed him?
Not unless he's been thrown in the clank.
Shame, I could use a strong man in my life.
What about your husband, John?
What about him? There's nothing holding us together anymore.
You have 14 children.
And he's so judgmental. He hates my work.
He is judgmental. Marge, you've literally been arrested and tried for telling people in public they're damned for wearing an ugly hat.
So why do you think I'm here? Wait, why are you here?
I'm doing a trial shift to be the new anchorite. Sorry, anchoress.
But if you want to join the church, why don't you just preach with me?
As thrilling as your life of travel and adventure may be, it's a bit public for my taste.
Well, I would do it in a church if I was allowed, but no, leave the ladies, the cold and the rain to channel the visions of Christ.
Does he still speak to you?
Jesus, no. I'm still trying to get him back. There I was, postpartum, bloody with a screaming baby. And all of a sudden, this man appears, much more of a man than John, if you know what I mean. And he says to me, "Why have you forsook me?"
When I have not forsaken you, Marge, let it go. You were high on the midwife herbs.
I mean, I don't know I'd forsaken anyone, let alone Jesus freaking Christ.
Well, I'll give it to you. You're the only person I know who let a hallucinogenic breakup lead them to proselytizing.
I mean, it's good fun too until the church gets involved. Your visions? There'd be a hit in France. God, I want a croissant.
No, they're not like yours. No sexy man appears to me. Not even visions, really. They're more material, like a... Well, you've just witnessed a miracle, Marge. You're halfway to breakfast.
Wait, was that God?
Yes, I was hoping it would get better in this bloody dungeon being all alone, but then you turn up demanding a patisserie.
Jesus, sorry. Well, it does get pretty tasty down here. You don't happen to have some butter and almonds?
You wish.
So why would you want to be an anchorite anyway? It seems shit.
Right now, Marge, we're in exactly the same position.
Yeah, but at least I'll get out once my job posts fail.
Yeah, but what does out even mean for us?
Everything. Food, wine, sex, sunlight. Quite literally everything, Julian.
But being a woman, I mean, look at you. You've been thrown in here countless times for expressing your opinions publicly. I've seen hundreds of men do the same with no repercussions.
Well, what can I say? I'm a lady who likes to live on the edge.
But that's just it. What if one day you fall over the edge? What if they hang you for blasphemy? If I were you, the fear would be enough to kill me. I worry about you, Marge.
I know it's not ideal, but it's my calling. I wouldn't be myself if I wasn't doing this. I just don't know what else I would do.
Maybe this is my calling. Maybe I'm meant to be here, alone in a cell with my thoughts and 3 windows. It's independence, you know? To be a woman with her own space. No expectation of marriage or children. No threat of rape or death. Just me and myself. My thoughts, my books, and my writing. And it wouldn't just be for safety or to escape my responsibilities. I could finally read and write without the persecution of men. I mean, what else do they expect me to do all day, all by myself, years on end? I can put down my thoughts. I can finally write properly, and it can be saved. Maybe my ideas could be passed down for generations. I can be a part of the world in a way I could never be living in it.
You know, it won't stop God speaking to you. You just saw that for yourself. You might be part of the future, Julian, but the present, we will mourn your absence.
I know. I haven't thought about this lightly, I promise. I mean, I'll always be here for you, Marge. You'll quite literally always know where to find me. But did I tell you what I saw when I was on the brink of death?
Do not tell me it was Jesus.
No, he is all yours. No, it was this ball.
Balls?
I'm serious. It was this ball. It was in my hand. Well, it wasn't quite a ball. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it was more like an acorn or a hazelnut.
And what exactly was the purpose of this nut?
It was everything. Everything in the world was contained in this nut. It could all be boiled down to something so small. Everything could be so close to nothing. And it was mine. I held it all in the palm of my hand. I think it was supposed to show me it was all going to be okay. No matter how bad things got, no matter how many friends or family died from the plague, it ultimately was so small. We are so small. Like this acorn. It can be planted and grow into a massive tree, and eventually the tree will die, but still it leaves its tiny acorns behind. Everything large returns to something small, and the cycle continues. Maybe my life was once big, expansive, enormous even, thanks. But what can I get out there that I can't in here? My writing, I can write about this. I can provide words of comfort. A damn better gift than whatever crap he throws in my pocket. I can be remembered, make an impact even in a way I could never out there. You know, maybe this is my acorn, my hazelnut.
Well, if anyone had the cojones to do this job, it would be you, Julian.
Kemp, you've made bail.
Well, that's me, love.
Wait, Marge, if you were me, what would you do?
For once, I don't think I'm in a position to tell you what to do. You'll make the right call.
Wait, Marge. Marge?
So we've now got a piece that came quite late to the Virtual Collaborators Festival, and it's an idea that I'm quite excited by. So the issue of typecasting is one that many writers and performers face, but it can be particularly restrictive for artists of colour who find themselves pigeonholed, exoticised, stereotyped and misrepresented. Through the festival, we matched up some talented writers and actors to challenge the concept of typecasting. The following 4 pieces are their responses. So today we have Above the Moon and Stars, written by Walthamstone local white Naomi Aki and performed by Bayo Badamosi. We then have Painted Lady, written by Ajaz Awad and performed by Martina Laird. The Interpreter, written by Josh Susan and performed by me. And I Don't Call Myself an Influencer, You Do, written by Sarah Kosar and performed by Michelle Austin. And if that is a lot of names to remember, that's why you've got that programme. So we're going to do all 4 of them back to back, and then we're going to have an interval where there's a chance to watch all the films and get involved in everything else. So give it up for Dreamcasting.
You came. I didn't think you would. I feel I need to explain. No, please don't go. I am not man! That's what my mother taught me. Not man. Not boy, barely human. I am duty. I am tradition. I am peace, if I so choose it be, and war when necessary. I am treaty, negotiation, politician, future father of this kingdom, chosen by the divine to rule over his children. That's what my mother taught me, and I believed her. Spending my life thus far as a mere interpretation of what I should be, living willingly in the dark, too afraid to be that which I truly am. not some immovable object, just simply a man. And I knew it in the deepest caverns of my heart when I met you. You with your light, a light so alive, so blazing. I could barely find myself able to gaze upon your glory, and when I did, I found myself praying to God above that nothing would ever force me to look away ever again. Esther, please, look at me. I have lost so much. I cannot lose you too. You have captured me. I am your captive, your servant, your protector, your friend, your lover, yours. I am, and forever will be yours. And if you'll have me, my dear, sweet Starlight, I will forego my mother, my duties, my engagement, my very crown. I will forego anything to stay within the warmth of your light until my dying breath. If you'll have me,
Can I tell you a secret? I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a butterfly. You think I'm mad now, don't you? But maybe I am, but I'm still a butterfly. Now you're thinking, oh, it's a metaphor for being in a cocoon. And she's morphing and changing, and she was encased, and now she's liberated, and it's part of the monologue, blah, 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 blah. No, much simpler. I'm a butterfly. I'm a butterfly. Me, Martina Laird, the actor. I am a lepidopteran, a butterfly. Context. Okay, some context. So my mother was a painted lady, and my father was a Euplagia quadripunctaria. Moth. Not an annoying moth that eats clothes, but a cool one. The kind that wears a feather boa and dances around fires. You're confused? It's a lot to take in. So let me explain. I am one that got stuck among humans. You see, whilst in my chrysalis, a woman, my surrogate mother, swallowed me whilst eating some cabbage. I then got mixed up with her eggs until I was birthed in human form. I can see that some of you are moving away from me now. You must be the realists. Yeah? Okay, but logic, all right? You need a good argument. Okay, an example, for instance, lockdown. What did you do in lockdown? Well, yeah, I crystallized, recouped, emerged, younger, thinner, in preparation for flight. See? If I was human, I would have eaten myself into oblivion. Fact. Another. Alice in Wonderland? Who's seen Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, the original. You know the caterpillar smoking the hookah? Yeah, that's my granddad. He was in Papillon too. My cousin got painted up as a moth in Lord of the Rings, and my uncle is the famous Silence of the Lambs moth. Really? Yeah. It blew up his career. Him and Jodie Foster, like that. It's how I got into acting. I come from an acting family, like the Redgraves or the Sheens. You'd be surprised by how much work there is for a butterfly. We're very popular in art because we've got a great symbolic importance. Good omens. So take heed seeing me today. Yeah, great things are in store. It's because you can't see the form, isn't it? But this is more than that. It's transubstantiation. Any Catholics here? All right. So, you know, like the bread and wine, it looks like bread and wine, but actually it's the body and blood of Christ. The Christian thing has definitely put some of you off. Okay, well, I'm not a Christian, I'm a butterfly. She's a butterfly too. No, not you. You. We can spot each other, isn't it? Yeah. She knows. The butterfly joke. There are loads of us everywhere. You see those men with muscles that are so big that they can't move their arms? They're not gym bunnies, no. They're butterflies. Too afraid to show themselves. Craig David, butterfly. The Rock, butterfly. Moth. Muhammad Ali, one of the most famous butterflies to ever reveal himself. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Hello? Okay. If you don't break free, it hardens and becomes like bone, enough to make you forget that you were ever a butterfly. Who here believes it? Who here is open to believing it? Who needs more proof? Okay, would you believe it if Albert Einstein told you Martina Laird is a butterfly? New scientific discovery in National Geographic. Butterflies live among us. He's clever. And he's white, which is often very helpful with the argument. Okay, a comparison, an either or. Okay, so, sassy black woman, butterfly. Single mother on benefits, butterfly. Crackhead, butterfly. Romantic lead, butterfly. President, butterfly. Queen of England, butterfly. Butterfly's looking more attractive now, isn't it? Not a butterfly. Okay, would you believe it if I spoke a secret language? Butterfly. And then a kaleidoscope of butterflies flocked around me. That would do it, wouldn't it? Okay, let's test it. Butterfly, butterfly, but her fly, but I fly. Flutter by, bringing self into evidence, tapping at each moment that came from the bigotry of life has to happen, machine, without drifting into foreground politics, from mollusk to bird in an instant, hoping, wishing, thinking that all is changing, but the change is present and always unsustainable, attainable. The shift in energy, realize the impossible, forward for all, and each time moved at some consistency of a bus driving 1,000 miles an hour on a cloud covered in a most slippery, slippable on diving into ether. Metamorphosis is morphing time. Collective myths, collective moths, a plasticine, malleable figure capable of adapting. The mind is plastic and is capable of relearning the impossible, imposability. Did you see them? Some of you did. Some of you believe. Because wouldn't that be wonderful? If you could, let me be a butterfly.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, have a lovely time. Watch your step there. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, hello, welcome to Earth. I am your interpreter for your induction. Us, the nation, welcome many visitors from all realms and dimensions across 3 welcome points in the Sahara Desert, the Brazilian rainforest, and Leytonstone. This is where the fun happens. Now, you don't need to know my name. We're all the same. Oh my gosh, I just realised that rhymes. Oh, such fun. Where am I from? Here. Where am I really from? Yeah, also here. Where are you from? Right, no, I've never been there. Right, let's just do a few things and then you can be on your way. I just need to take your temperature. One moment. Ooh, minus 200. Pretty chilly where you're from, isn't it? Such fun. Oh, I'm so sorry. Have I caused offence? On behalf of myself and the nation, I do apologise profusely. Your species is a welcomed guest to Earth, and I shall note the offence so that myself and other welcomers are not quite so foolish. Sorry, your tentacle is crossing the line. Yeah, if you could just keep your tentacle behind the yellow line, and otherwise I'll have to use force and then you won't be able to carry on. Okay. Yeah, that's much better, thank you. Right, number 1, there are 3 key features that make Earth special. 1, nature. Nature is all around us on Earth. From the trees, the oceans, the skies, there are many animals on Earth. The most important part of nature is the trees, as they nurture us and give us air. Humans govern the Earth. And we're doing a pretty great job of it, don't you think? Eating of humans is forbidden, as is eating any of your allies. But you can go nuts eating whatever else you want here, so go ahead. Such fun. As I said, your tentacle seems to be over the yellow line. Yeah, tentacles need to remain behind the yellow line at all times. Yes, they must. Yeah, better. I'll continue. 2, empathy. Empathy is a key ingredient to any thriving plane of existence. Humans especially have emotions such as love, humour, frustration. Your tentacle is still crossing the line. I'm sure they're very difficult to manage, but could you please stop it wiggling and could you keep behind the yellow line? Excuse me, I was just giving a demonstration of the human emotion of anger. Please excuse me. 3, justice. We try not to do bad things, and if we do bad things, people that also do bad things to us. Justice. Excuse me. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I'm sorry. Please don't be perturbed. It's just my nerves. I'm sorry, it's been a really long week. I've been on this shift for days. No one's tagged me in, and I have to go home because I've got pets. Do you know that word, pets? It's like little furry companions. And actually, could you do me a favour? You seem like a really nice creature, tentacles aside. Could you go to my address and just check on my cats for me? Just feed them? Thank you. Yeah, thank you. If you just head that way. That's amazing. Wait, hang on. Wait, please don't eat them!
I don't call myself an influencer. You do. So, for that, here goes. George, honey, you ready? Yeah? I'm sure you all recognise my hubby. Okay. Oh, no. George, hubby, should you start that again? Yeah? Okay. Okay, this is a sponsored post for... Sorry, I did... Okay, this is a sponsored post for @HulaHoops, mischievous fun. George, should we just make it a boomerang? Okay, so they are now in recyclable packets. I recycle, don't you? # pack promise. Fuck the boomerang. Fuck the hula hoop. No, don't fuck hula hoops. I love hula hoops. Me and George, we eat them. We eat them all the time. So, my account @Max Says Relax, it first started as me doing things that made me relax. And then what I realised was, what I find really truly relaxing is that, I'm not a stupid person. And anyway, I know how much joy that you all felt when I posted the man eating lasagna and a pedalo in Hyde Park, or the woman that I filmed who was later prosecuted for stealing floor tiles from B&Q. And just yesterday, I was on the tube, because, I get on the tube too. And I saw somebody's tattoo, and I said, stupid tattoo. I said that on my post. I mean, I'd never say that to somebody's face because, it just doesn't have the reach that the internet does. So, no, actually, I'll show you. I'll show you. Because, I believe connecting with people all over the world with a shared shame.
Well, that's what separates us from the mammals. Right, just hold on. No, sorry, wait. Oh. No, no, sorry, wait, sorry. Yep, found it. So she's got a tattoo of farfalle pasta on her wrist. And it's summer, so she's just shoving it in everybody's face. Like, she's gripping onto the pole all the way from, like, Oxford Circus all the way to Walthamstone. Like, why would somebody get a pasta on their wrist? Why? What? What to remind her when to eat? I mean, you know, I'll tell you what, it's because she's dumb. So... No, actually... No, you don't film me, actually, because that is actually an invasion of privacy. And there are children there. So...
Next!
Hi! Oh, gosh! I forget how bright it is up here. I can't even see you.
Next!
I'm here! You guys are from the Justice League, right? We might have met before.
Yes. No, we don't need any more refreshments, thank you. We're nearly done for today anyway.
For the position. Catwoman's mat leave?
She's our last applicant.
Oh, she can't be. Look at her.
She can't hear you, Bruce.
No, she can't. I've taken my finger off the button. Oh, balls. Hello! Hi. Mayor.
It's Maya.
That's what I said, Mayor. Why don't you introduce yourself and then tell us why you think you're the best person for the job?
Great. Hello, I'm Maya. I'm 31. I'm from Stoke-on-Trent. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I first saw the vacancy posted in the paper. I love how you guys write the ads in code. I solved it in 38.4 seconds and I couldn't wait to apply. I first used the ability when I was 5 years, 9 months and 4 days old, which I know makes me a bit of a late bloomer, but no one else in my family has these powers. So. Well, actually, honestly, they do, but they don't like to admit it, so yeah, I guess that's why it took me a little longer. My dad said that we stood out enough as it is, said we should keep it under wraps or we'll ruffle people's feathers. He was always trying to get us to blend in and be like the locals. And maternity cover fits me perfectly because I'm looking for something flexible. Yeah, I've still got a bit of the old wanderlust and I want to spread my wings, literally. And the first time I used it was a pretty freaky experience and a total accident. Let's just say I let my heart get the better of me. I was at school playing on the swings with Ewan Matthews, and we used to do this thing where we'd like really get the momentum going until we were so high in the air that our bellies would go all funny. Only this time the chain came loose and suddenly Ewan is just flying through the air like 10 foot off the ground, heading for the tarmac. Time stopped, you know how it does, and I don't even remember making the decision to do it, but I just grabbed Ewan with one hand, snatched at the loose chain with the other, and swung us both to safety. I think he thought I was trying to kiss him, which wasn't totally unfounded because I had tried to snog him before. Not more than like thrice though, but anyway, he kind of ran away never knowing that I potentially spared him a broken neck, so hey, who's asking for credit? That's not why we do it, right? Sorry, maybe that was too much information. Sorry. Oh, stop apologising, Maya. Stop. Look, this isn't my first rodeo. I've got really close to similar positions so many times. I went up for Superwoman's maternity cover and you guys said I was overqualified, which was awesome, but really... Oh, and when Wonder Woman took a sabbatical to study midwifery, you guys said that I didn't look like a superhero, and you offered me the sidekick part instead, which I think we all know was less to do with my muscle and more to do with my melanin. Seriously, guys, I can do this. I don't always have to play second fiddle. Please believe it. If you've got any questions? Look, I'm just trying to be more cat. Less puppy dog. No, like in life there are dog people and cat people. Well, like dog people are like needy, people pleasers, and cat people are confident, people choosers. Actually, in fact, do you mind if I So far, I have stopped 25 motor accidents, 6 homicides, 14 freak accidents involving geriatrics and or children, and 2 potential suicides. Except one of those last ones didn't actually require my power assistance. I think I just talked to him so much that he slipped the noose off for a lie down. But I know that these stats are fantastic. I know I've got something special. I taught myself how to fly. I mean, I only do it at night in old airfields because I'm still waiting for that license from you guys. I did an open university course in languages. Shewuba, word support. That's Mandarin for come on, you gotta hire me. So what'd you say? I hope you're still out there. One more thing, and another reason why you might really need me on your team. You might be needing these. Car brakes. I saw a guy outside tampering with this gorgeous black mobile. I reckon it might belong to one of you. He was hanging around outside, and I don't normally judge a book by its cover and all that, but this guy was seriously shady. He had bright green hair and overkill on the red lippy. And between me and you, he had the most stinking breath. Oh. Anyway, I better go. I tied shady guy up in the store cupboard of the ladies' loos, and he's crammed between boxes of Tampax and hand san and not best pleased about it. Any questions for me? Guys? Seriously? All of you? No, you really have gone, haven't you? Oh well. Thanks! Jeez. Well, I just hope he hasn't driven off in that car without any brakes. Oh, shit. Hang on, I'm coming!
Expect to win tonight. Wow. Well, thank God I did prepare a little something. Mad. I won. Okay, right. Okay, I can see the time is going down quickly. Right, be quick, come on. Exhale your anxious energy. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much for this award, for having me here tonight. So many people I'd like to thank. Right, okay. Firstly, I'd like to thank my mum and dad. Well, without you I wouldn't be here, so thank you for my life. Thank you for your libido. Well, thank you to my big brother and my nieces. Hi. It is because of you that I took this role. I wanted you to see your auntie as a superhero. Thank you to my agent. Oh, I remember when you called me with this audition.
He was so excited about this role, this warrior woman who was inspired by Nanny of the Maroons, who wore a lightning bolt around her waist. A black woman who held a whole lightning bolt around her waist like a belt. Amazing. I felt like a really strong connection to Lysandra. Like many women, you know, we are used to taking our pain and transforming it into strength for other people. Yeah, I felt a real connection to Lysandra. So I must say thank you again to the casting director. Thank you for all your help in getting this role and for all your notes. Like that one where you said to channel my criminal Caribbean uncles to really help me get in under the skin and, you know, out of my head. Thank you. Yeah, I thought this would be a really great role for me to honour my ancestors. And I hope I did them proud. What? Two more minutes? Okay. Yeah, okay. And a big thank you to the head of the studio. Yeah, I think it was you who actually called me to tell me the good news. Yeah, revealed my superhero name, the Overseer. Yeah. I remember you hand-delivered my script to me, and I spent all night just pouring through that. I was researching the inspiration for her lightning lash of vengeance. I was determined to give the 3 lines that Lysandra had all the gravitas and respect that I truly believe she deserved. Thank you to everyone in production, in particular hair and makeup. I mean, you might not remember me. We only had the one day together when you remember you joked that you'd never worked with anyone with my kind of hair before, and then you left, and then you came back with the executive producer because you'd made the executive decision to shave my head. Yeah, just to, you know, better honour her African heritage. I embraced the transformation. So imagine how surprised I was when I found out she'd be in a motion capture suit for the whole shoot. And then the second AD let it slip that I was to be invisible. I mean, a translucent shadow. So, thank you to PR and marketing for making sure this face was all over the press, all over the merch. Yeah, I feel seen. And it was great to finally meet the director and the cast on the press junkets, because, you know, they were filming in Jamaica, I was filming in Belfast, but I'd never seen Ireland before, so that was great. Listen, I've got my whole family here tonight, and they've come to watch me, their aunt, in all my authenticity, win an award for playing an invisible black woman. It's funny, you know, how I can be lauded for playing this fictional character, and yet I can't even play myself in real life. It's funny how a studio can cast me to co-opt my optics and then make me complicit in turning my dream job into a nightmare. Yeah, right now I actually wish I was invisible. This industry's limited imagination can never match up to mine. I've been the paint, I've been the canvas. Now I think it's time for me to be the painter. Thank you to my dog Schnookums. Mummy loves you.
If you can't hear, you must feel.
This next piece is Sway, an audio play from the depths. Oh God, I lost my place. It's written by Alex Kritoff and Molly Sweeney, directed by Alessandra Davison, and starring Angelina Trudi, with support from Gabriel Acamo and sound design from Rona Castriotti. Now this is just an extract of Sway. You can scan one of the QR codes to listen to the full piece later if you'd like to, but for now I'd like to introduce Angelina.
can smell them before I see them. Those long raincoats and the way the water hits the fish skins on their hands. I know that smell from anywhere. But other times, I'll only see the outline of a boat from underneath. Maybe the sound of something wriggling in their net. They've been hearing stories about me since they were pickings. The woman of the ocean, the mammy of the sea, told that I'll take them and eat them up or drag them down to the depths to meet their maker. But none of this is true. This time, I can smell them. Can smell them with their putrid hands as they are gutting fish on deck. And as I get closer, I can hear the radio and see the outline of 3 men leant into one another against the sea spray.
We will stay out, just to catch 2 more.
Eh? You're crazy, man. This cold can kill person.
The boat rocks and the rain thuds into my waters. How to choose? I don't just choose at random, whatever it is they say. I look up at their watery outlines. As they lean further into their huddle, I watch one of them with trembling fingers reach into his coat and pull out something wrapped in brightly colored plastic. Some chocolate, maybe? The sweet is broken up amongst them, and each fisherman welcomes the taste as much as he does when he holds his mistress. And they even lick this sweet substance from their fishy fingertips. I watch. Then, our man, the one almost on top of me as I watch from down below, he stuffs the wrapper in between his callous fingers. I watch his face. The water between us ripples, and I think I see a sneer. He throws this pretty piece of plastic straight into my sea without so much as a backward glance towards me. Does this boy not know that's no way to treat his mommy? And it looks he has decided for me. They see me.
Eh? What's that?
Ah! Yeah! Help me! Help me, oh!
I wrap my strong arms about this little man and feel his muscles push and pull against me like a struggling fish as I pull him deeper, deeper, deeper down. I can see his little mouth struggling for breath, his eyes almost popping out of his skull. Then, this wide-eyed grin as the muscles on his face relax when the oxygen to his brain has nearly stopped. I see a nod. A little nod as if he's resolved himself to his fate. But I have no need to kill a man. Not with my bare hands. That's not my thing. Instead, I press my palm against his head and he leans into it. A little boy comforting himself from death. As he does, he looks into my eyes with shock and we interlock. I can't tell you how it happens, but it does. I push out of me, with great pain, a story. It floats out of my brain through the water in front of me. A stream of light flows out of me which holds the speech, the words, the story of the sea, and it floats into his ear, into his brain. He will learn from me. He will see the story of the ocean, how the fish here are my children and are granted to the fishermen with love. He will see how as I breathe my cosmic breaths, the sea is pulled in and out from the shore with a strength greater than 1,000 men. He will see into a future not so far from now where I'm nearly unrecognizable. A putrid, festering ocean with no life. Only bleached corals and a vast plastic deadness inside me. he will see how it can all get taken away. Everything he needs from me. I throw him back on deck, back to his shipmates, back to the hope that he might one day make his mommy proud. I see the joy crack on his face as he realizes he's made it out alive. That will show him. I plunge back into the depths, my depths. Breathe deep.
And to bear in mind that you can listen to the full play again through scanning the codes, and it's all online as well at virtualcollaborators.co.uk. Our last live play, and then followed by a bit of music, is Leaving It, a play about negotiating families, written by Emily Renee and Kate Webster, directed by Kate Webster, and starring Taranakal, Narlan Burgess and Emily's voice.
I've put the front door key under the mat. Is that okay?
If you want, like, a coffee or something.
Do we have a machine? Is there something like that?
You mean, like
Espresso, DeLonghi, espresso?
Mum didn't know. You could just have an instant or a cup of tea or...
It's okay, I'll just... fine.
I couldn't see a towel, but...
I hung one up by the sink.
Oh, alright, never mind.
All of Mum's things will need packing up anyway.
You've got to go for your dreams, haven't you? Yeah, even if other people don't get it, it doesn't matter what they think, because you know what you want and you deserve to live your dream. To have it and hold it close. I mean, it might not mean much to them, but it's everything. You know, I don't need a lot of money. I don't care about seeing the world. I just want you. I don't need anything else. I'm not going to let anything get in the way of that, I promise. Anything or anyone ever. We're going to be perfect. Everything about our lives together. And, you know, I don't mean fancy or bougie. You know, all those Pinterest nurseries and live, laugh, love signs. Like 500 quid buggies. No. Just security and love. The real thing, not the poster. Yeah, you're going to know exactly how loved you are, how wanted, because I'm going to tell you every single day. And your dad too, of course. Yeah, we're going to build a home around you where you always fit in, like the last piece of the jigsaw. Yeah, Everything's going to be different for you. Everything. I already love you more than anything in the whole world. And you're going to love me so much too. I know you are. Well...
Right, so... I think we need to talk about what we need to do next. Now, obviously, we need to clear everything out, divide it up between us, but, you know, we need to agree next steps.
About what?
Well, the house.
What, this house?
Well, yeah, she left it to all of us.
This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, obviously it's too big for Em to live here on her own.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Assumptions, you always do that.
It's a fact. I'm talking about a fact here.
If you want to have a conversation with us, then talk to us like normal people and not like one of your...
What do you want to do with the house?
I thought we could sell it. Now, it makes sense. Do you know how much this place is worth? Okay, it's peeling around the edges, but, you know, I'll pay for the renovations, so you don't need to worry about that. And we'll have it on the market in no time. It'll be easy. Look, if it were up to me, we wouldn't even need a conversation about it. But I think it's very reasonable and, quite frankly, a lucrative solution for all of us. Well, for me, I don't care as much, but for you guys,
yeah,
it's...
because we're your charity case sisters. Oh, you know what? It's your house anyway. Why even bother to ask us?
It was Mum's house.
Yeah, that you bought for her.
That I gave to her.
All right, that you gave to her, like a fucking prince, gracing some beggar with his presence. Oh, no. Now the occupier's gone, why don't we just sell the place, add to another profit, make another million, yeah? No biggie, no stress.
Nat.
No, never mind that you're evicting one of us. You don't even bother to ask us what we think.
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
No, not really, though. You never ask. You never really ask. It's always a demand.
You're just like Dad was. Em, do you really want to live here?
And now that sounds like you're threatening her.
Do you? I mean, you can get your own place, a nice flat, 1 bedroom, or a 2-bed somewhere. Yeah, get one of your friends to move in.
We wouldn't get
with
that
you.
much money.
Well, you'll be surprised, especially if we do it upright.
Unbelievable.
Oh, like you couldn't use a little bit of extra cash yourself, aren't you pregnant?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm sure Simon's teaching is really reeling in the big bucks.
I work too, you know.
What, at the school where kids piss themselves in class?
Excuse me, we went to that school?
Yeah, exactly, so I should know. All right. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this now. Maybe, look, I'm sorry, I know it's a tough time for us, but you didn't even, no one's even thinking about these things that aren't pleasant to think about, but it's what needs to be done. And I think I should talk to an agent and see if
I want the house. I want it. I want to live here.
Oh. What about Simon?
Well, we've talked about it actually, and we'd love to raise the baby here. Look, I was going to talk to you about it because I know how hard it's been for you, Em. Being here and everything with Mum. Look, to be honest, we've got a lot to be grateful for. We couldn't have done everything that you did for Mum, right? Right? Look, it's amazing, actually. It's not what you should have been doing these last couple of years, but yeah, T's right in a way. Okay, now that it's all over, you should be out there making it happen for yourself. Look, I know this probably feels like home, and I know you want to stay here, but look, it's a big house, right? It's a family house, and look, I think we'd be really happy here.
So this is something you've thought about, I guess.
Yeah, Simon and I have talked about it, yeah.
I see.
Well, if you'd asked me in the first place, I would have told you that from the get-go.
Oh, so it doesn't matter that this place isn't yours to take?
Oh, for fuck's sake, what is your fucking problem? You told me what you want, I tell you what I want, and then we come to some kind of compromise, yeah? That's the way this is supposed to be done.
What kind of a compromise is this? Oh, sorry, I'm moving in, but you guys, you pay for the refurbishment.
I thought we could talk about some kind of rent, or like...
What? You want your little sister to be a landlord? Security is never having to ask the price, knowing that you can cover it. That a missed flight, a car breakdown is a minor inconvenience, not a disaster. Security is having a plan, a savings account, a pension, a second home, having everything sorted now and for the future, your family's, your kids. A security is, when you don't have to hope for a lucky break, cross your fingers, buy a lottery ticket because you've fended for yourself, provided for yourself, set yourself up for life, taken care of yourself. Security is taking care of others, of everyone else all the time. That being expected of you. Taking care. But you can't take care, you can only give it. Security is when you're lying in bed, just on the edge of sleep, knowing that when you call, someone will come right away and check you're all right. Hold your hand or stroke your hair till you fall asleep. I should have been here to do that for her and I wasn't. And now, security is something you can only be given for free.
I don't know, I just thought out of the three of us, it makes sense for me to live here. Look, I'm starting a family, this is my family home, and neither of you need this. Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
I don't know if this is the right time to mention this, but there were some things Mum asked me to tell you. Some things she wanted you to know, things she wanted to leave us with.
What do you mean?
Nat, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna do great with the baby. With this little baby that you've wanted for so long. Just remember you can slow down. You have to, because everything you feel, the baby feels. Sorry, that's what she said. The baby just needs you and Simon. You'll be great parents. Tim.
Oh, Christ.
Thank you for everything you've done. She was really proud of you, the way you took care of us, especially after Dad. But she said she wanted you to know that you don't need to hold everything together all the time.
What did she say to you?
She told me to take my time.
With what?
With everything. She just wanted to leave us with something. All of us.
It's like Mum knew exactly what we needed to hear today.
Remember that that the baby just needs you and Simon and that you'll be really great parents.
All right, thanks,
Yeah, maybe we should just take our time thinking about this.
Yeah, we don't need to sort everything today.
No, exactly. I mean, we've got time.
Hi, my name's Hannah, and I'm going to be singing a few songs for you this evening. Normally I have my keys, but they're in Worcestershire, so a little bit far away. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy the set, and please sing along if you know the words. Okay, thank you. My first song is Fever. Be really great if you guys can click along as well, by the way. Never know how much I love you, never know how much I care. When you wrap your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever. When you hold me tight, fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime and moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and I know you're gonna treat me right. You give me fever. When you kiss me, fever. When you hold me tight, fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Now everybody has got the fever. That is something you all know. 'Cause you know, fever isn't such a new thing. Fever started long ago. Okay, here's one for all the Shakespearean fans amongst you. Romeo loved Juliet, and Juliet, she felt the same. When he wrapped his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, you're my flame, thou givest fever. When we kiss, it's fever, you're my flaming youth. Fever. I'm a fire, fever, yeah, I burn forsooth. Okay, we're a versatile audience, guys, so now we're going to go to Disney. Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair, haven't we all? When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, oh no, daddy, don't you dare. He gives me fever. With his kisses, fever. When he holds me tight, fever. Oh, I'm his missus, daddy, won't you treat him right? Now you've listened to my story. Here's the point that I have made. We chicks were born to give you fever. Be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, we give you fever. Till you sizzle, fever, if you live and learn. Fever. Till you sizzle, what a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. I said, what a lovely way to burn. I said, what a lovely way to burn. Thank you very much. Oh. All right, gonna touch on the subject, a light subject now, of unrequited love. And this song I first became acquainted with, I suppose, 10 years ago. And it's just a beautiful song, and hope you enjoy. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize. Don't patronize me. I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart. I feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight, 'cause I know that I can't make you love me if you don't. 'Cause you can't make your heart feel something that it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but I know you won't. No, you won't. But I can't make you love me if you don't. Thank you. I'm not sponsoring Volvic, by the way. All right, so we're going to pick up the pace now, and we're going to take it back to the 90s. I really hope it's the 90s. Yeah, this is a little Alanis Morissette number for you. Ooh, she's moving the mic, getting adventurous. An old man, hey, turned 98. He won the lottery and then died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic? Bit like 2020, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's a good advice that you just can't take. And who would have thought it figured? Mr. Play It Safe, he was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye. Now he waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane crashed down, he cried, well, isn't this nice? And isn't it ironic? You know the words. There we go. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's a good advice that you just can't take. And who would have thought it figured? Well, life has a funny way of creeping up on you when you think everything's going well and everything's going right. Sound familiar? Life has a funny way of creeping up on you when you think everything's going well, then everything blows up in your face. A traffic jam when you're already late. A no smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. It's meeting the man of my dreams, hi, then meeting his beautiful wife. And isn't it ironic, don't you think? A little too ironic. Well, yeah, I really do think. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's a good advice that you just can't take. it figured. Oh, I said life has a funny, funny way of creeping up on you, of creeping up on you. Thank you. Just to confirm, I can't actually see the people I pointed to. Just storytelling. Okay. Right, I'm going to sing a song now that I only recently discovered, actually. And it's by a band called The Band Perry. And it's a beautiful song. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, make me a rainbow, I'll shine down on my mother. She'll know I'm safe with you when she stands under my colors. Oh, and life ain't always what you think it ought to be. No, ain't even great, but she buries her baby. The sharp knife of a short life. Well, I have had just enough time. If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. The sharp knife of a short life. Well, I have had just enough time. And I'll be wearing white when I come into your kingdom. I'm as green as the ring on my little cold finger. I never known the loving of a man, but it sure felt nice when he was holding my hand. There's a boy here in town says he'll love me forever. Who would have thought forever would be severed by the sharp knife of a short life? Well, I have had just enough time. So put on your best, boys, and I'll wear my pearls. What I never did is done. $1 for my thoughts, I'll save them for a penny. There was so much more, 'cause they are aplenty. Maybe when you'll hear the words I've been singing. Funny when you're dead, how people start listening. Oh, if I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. Oh, oh, da 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 da. Go with peace and love. Gather up your tears and put them in your pocket. Save them for a time when you're really gonna need them all. The sharp knife of a short life. Well, I have had just enough time. So put on your best, boys, and I'll wear my pearls. Thanks. All right, guys, this is my last little number for the evening. Yeah, again, hopefully one that you'll all know. Before I go, I should probably plug the short film that I did with Virtual Collaborators, because that's how I found out about the event. It was such an amazing opportunity to be a part of it, and Olivia and Denise did just a fantastic job. So can we please give it up for Virtual Collaborators? Oh, the mic's out again. Okay, so I'm going to start this one a cappella, so it could go terribly wrong. But hey, that's live theatre. Okay. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. You know it's coming. And I'm feeling good. Oh, different key. Oh well, let's go roll with it, guys. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I know this next bit's gonna be continuous. That's good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Oh, I like it. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. How freedom is mine, and you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Oh, you know I'm feeling good. Oh, I'm feeling good. Thank you very much.